Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Unfiltered Moments, the Premier League edition with myself, Mike. We've got Eddie here and we've got Nana. We've got Nana back in the house.
Back again.
Back again. How's it going, though?
Been all right, man. It's been all right. Up and down season. Well, more down than ups, to be honest. But yeah.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good you've graced us with your presence again, you know. So appreciate you coming back on.
Anytime,
Eddie,
man.
how's things in the camp?
Things are really good, mate. Amazing. You know, my team is playing well. My other team is going to the World Cup. Things are on the up. Things are on the up, so I can't complain.
All right. Well, obviously we're gonna touch on that, but yeah, obviously we just finished game week for 30. So it's international week at time of recording. So obviously the next game week will be game week 31. So what we'll do, we'll just preview the fixtures for that game week and talk about what's like a relegation 6-pointer, what's a key game, or what's a potential banana skin. So yeah. So first off, what's the first fixture? I believe it is Liverpool versus Watford. That is the early kickoff. So what's your thoughts on that fixture, Eddie?
Another win for Liverpool. Liverpool at home are they're a team they've hardly lose at home. They hardly drop points at home. So Watford are in a relegation battle. So I don't see it any other way but Liverpool winning maybe 4-1, 5-0.
Okay. So can you see Liverpool going on a mad run? Well, like technically they're on a mad run now, actually, but like from now to the end of the season, like not dropping many points, maybe like 1 or 2 points.
Yeah, you will drop points in this Premier League. It's unpredictable, but can I see it? Not really. Will it happen? Possibly. I think the only game that I have a question mark on is the Man City game that they have at the Etihad. So that's the only one I see them dropping points.
All right. What do you think, Nana?
There's 2 fixtures in there. There's United, still got to play Liverpool. And there's the Etihad game, as Eddie alluded to. I was actually thinking about it when Liverpool won their last game, their game in hand against Arsenal, and it got to 1 point. I was thinking City's team can go on another run. I was thinking about the 2 teams and I was thinking the differences in the player qualities that they have.
Yeah.
And it seems like Man City have a team where everyone has to be on their best on the day for City to win. No one can have an average day and get a goal, whereas Liverpool have those kind of players where they can have an average performance and get a goal to win a game. And I think that might be the decider within the run of the 2 teams. So where Mahrez, Sterling, Foden, De Bruyne, they've got to be on it on the day, every game. Liverpool could have a thing where Salah and Mane ain't doing something, but then Jota might pop up or someone random might pop up with a goal and then they sneak the victory. So it's going to be tight. It's going to be interesting. I think that game at the Etihad will decide it. I think if it's a draw, I say City take the title. But if Liverpool can go there and win, then it's all theirs.
Yeah. It's a good point that you made, because I think you're right. City, they got to be on it. Like, especially because they ain't even got a striker. So it's like, yeah. That's a good point, actually. Okay. All right. So next fixture, Brighton versus Norwich.
I actually thought this match was 12:30 kickoff. This is mad. Have they changed it? Yeah, this is mad. Yeah, I see Brighton winning this 1-0 or 2-0.
I think they're on 6 defeats in a row.
Yeah, defeats, not even draws.
Defeats. They ain't won a game, or they ain't even drawn in 6 games.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Brighton to win this 1 or 2-0.
Where are they in the table?
I think mid-table. I think maybe like 12th or something. I mean, they're not fighting relegation. Yeah, they're 13th actually, but they're not fighting relegation. But obviously, if it continues, then they'll be right in there in the mix.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Watford, Norwich, and Burnley are sort of set. Newcastle's done well to turn it around, and they've built themselves a little gap. Yeah. I feel Leeds and Everton are like one, and like they can win a game here and there and draw and be all right. I don't really see them getting dragged in. I think it's set really, to be honest. Those three go down unless something dramatic happens. But again, Everton can win a game, Leeds can win a game, and then it's like, you know, it gets pushed. But well, Burnley got games in hand, but they're not easy ones. So
yeah,
you know.
The thing with Burnley is that they had a bit of momentum and then they started losing their last 3 games. So that's kind of like messed them up. I mean, if they turn those defeats into draws, I think they would have a good chance. I know Eddie still thinks Burnley will be safe. But I'm just thinking of like what you said, like teams like Everton and Leeds, they can nick a win here and there. Everton though, I don't know. I just don't believe that they're gonna make it.
You don't think so?
Nah. Because if Burnley can pick up form, I think they will stay up and Everton will go down.
Yeah. Now even Dean Smith and Norwich, they've been unlucky, to be honest. He's coming and he's gotten them points.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it could be a game where they might nick it, to be honest with you. They could get a draw or they could get a win. It depends on how they play and what Brighton show up. But yeah, I think Brighton at home, they've got enough quality there, to be honest, to get the 3 points. But yeah, we'll see.
All right. Burnley City, Eddie.
Dodgy game, tricky game for City. City winning 3-1, I believe, to keep their title, to keep ahead of Liverpool in the title. I believe City is they're gonna come back from this international break refreshed, because I don't think De Bruyne has even played for Belgium.
He didn't get international break.
Yeah, so they've rested him, so it's gonna help him. It's gonna rejuvenate him. Mahrez gonna come back with something to prove, because obviously his team's not going to the World Cup, so he wants to prove that he's still capable of, you know, performing at the top level. And you know, they've got Diaz to come back. He might not make this game or the Liverpool game, but he's going to be a vital player for them if he can come back as soon as possible. But I still see City winning 3-1.
Okay. Chelsea Brentford. I think this will be a Chelsea win.
Go on, Nana.
Who's at home? Chelsea.
Chelsea at home, yeah. West London derby.
Again, who wants to turn up for Chelsea? I think Chelsea are similar like City, to be honest with you. I think with Havertz, Ziyech, Pulisic seems like he's finding that form again for wanting to score goals. And then you got Mason Mount, who's hot and cold. I think if them 4 can, or depending on which one Tuchel chooses, I think, again, if they want to turn up every game on every day or every game, then they can beat teams easily.
Yeah.
It's a shame my boy Rom can't get in there because, you know, he'll bang goals. But yeah, again, Havertz, if he turns up, then again, he can get goals. He's another player where I feel like, I don't know, it's like if he wants to or if he doesn't want to, because again, he's a cold player.
With the emergence of Havertz, I've given up on Lukaku, man. Because
you think so,
yeah, man, he should have hit the ground running, man. He should have. He should be doing better than what he's doing. I didn't expect like 30 goals, but come on, man. Like,
how many has he got? I mean,
he's only got 5, you know, in the Premier League.
5, wow.
I was expecting, because if he's not going to get goals, then at least he would have got assists. That's what I was kind of expecting, like goal involvement.
Who's your top scorer in the league, though? I think you guys have been sharing goals.
I think
Havertz.
I don't think it's Havertz. I think it might be Havertz and Lukaku maybe joint on 5 goals, I think.
5 goals.
Yeah,
Jesus. Yeah. It's still a problem at Chelsea then.
It's always been our problem, goals. Always. But before we fixed it. But I was saying, obviously, if Havertz continues with what he's doing now and goes into the next season, depending obviously what happens with our ownership and stuff, I think he could be the main man going forward because he knows how to lead the line. And clearly he can score goals as well.
But he's not a striker.
He's not, but people converted into forwards.
The false number 9.
Like if you follow like someone like Dries Merton, if you followed his career, he was never a forward. He was a winger.
But they're different sort of players. Havertz is more of a Lampard per se. He arrives late into the box. He wants to, you know, connect play. He's not somebody that can play with his back to goal. Most of his goals that he's scoring, you can see he's running onto the ball to give him through balls. Do you know what I mean? So it depends how Chelsea wants to play.
Yeah, when the pressure's not on him, he'll score goals. But I think when they expect it from him, that's when he sort of underplays.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. All right. Leeds, Southampton.
Oof, yeah.
Leeds should really pick up points here.
Who's at home?
Leeds.
Yeah, that was a mad comeback against Wolves. I'm not gonna lie. I actually thought I had a clean sheet, and then I just see on Sky Sports like Leeds comeback. I'm thinking, raw.
That should never happen.
I don't know. Southampton's been they've been on a bit of a dip lately. I'm not sure what's going on there. They were like winning games and they've drawn a few and lost a few now. So it depends. I think if they turn up, I see them beating Leeds. Wood-Prowse, Shea Adams, Broya.
Yeah.
Seems like Carl Walker-Peters as well he's doing his thing now. Got an England call up.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Shout out Ralph.
I feel like if you're listening, Arteta, go and buy Ward-Prowse, man. People are sleeping on that guy, bro. Go and buy him.
Been sleeping on him for a few years now. I'm surprised.
Tops in the mid, bro. Tops in the mid, bro.
Where would you play him in the double pivot?
Yeah, him and Partey, man. What do you mean, where would I play him? He's a box-to-box player for me.
I can't understand why Southgate didn't take him to the Euros, to be honest. Because he should have taken him.
Because he wanted Hendo. Hendo.
Oh yeah, Hendo's gonna go regardless. But I think he took too many defenders, I think.
Yeah, and Bellingham's showing his goal scoring attacking threat as well. So I think then that sort of pushes back Wood-Prowse now because he's thinking if Bellingham's there, he can do that. He's got Hendo, he's got Rice, he's got Phillips. I don't know. I think England's got too many options in too many positions, so it's very hard to select certain players.
The problem with England, they have too many of the same players in centre mid.
Yeah.
Ward-Prowse is the only player that's different to everyone else, so you have to take him and play him. Not just take him, you have to play him.
Through as well, so he's another. Then he equals
Gallagher is not ready. Gallagher is still, he's still under 21 player.
I would take Ward-Prowse over Gallagher though, but only and not because of ability, it's more because of experience. Because I feel like Eddie's saying, Ward-Prowse offers more than Gallagher, but I think Gallagher will get better where he should be in contention to be in the team.
So do you think it should be another loan spell, or he's ready to come to Chelsea's first squad team?
Personally, I think he should stay at Palace for another season, like on loan, and then the following season after that, then come back. That's what I think. Because how old is he? 21 or something like that? So
I don't think
21, 22. Sure,
I don't think he'll make it at Chelsea. That's my personal opinion. He's not good enough for Chelsea. He looks good in a small team. When it comes to big team with big pressure, he ain't gonna cut it.
You'd be surprised though, because I'm sure people will probably thinking the same thing about Mason Mount. But he got thrust into the team.
Yeah, but like Nana said, it's hot and cold. He's only at Chelsea because at the moment, Saul that you lot got is not Premier League like standard. If you had another, let's say you had another centre mid or somebody that can play and is consistent on the wings, I don't think Mount is playing as many games as he plays.
But, sometimes you just need games to prove like what you can do. And I think Conor Gallagher's shown what he can do. Whether he makes it at Chelsea is a different story, but he's shown that he can make it in the Premier League.
Yeah, he's good. What has he got? I think he's like 8 Premier League goals or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Him and Smith Rowe have had a very good season. I'm not sure why Smith Rowe doesn't get into the Arsenal team, but
he's always injured and he's ill. and then Martinelli's on his game and Odegaard is on their game. What do you want him to do?
Yeah, but he's your top league scorer.
Not anymore. Saka. Him and Saka are joint.
What, 9 each, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good return for both of them. I'm not gonna lie.
That's true.
I like Smith Rowe over Martinelli just because his overall gameplay, and I feel like he's got more of an eye for goal, whereas Martinelli is more of he'll drive with the ball, try to beat the guy, but I'm not sure he's got too much eye for goal.
Martinelli's more dangerous.
To be able to do both.
Martinelli is more of a goal threat than Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe is he's a better player, but Martinelli in and around the box, he's sharper. He's more likely to shoot. Smith Rowe is more likely to like take another touch or pass, try and find the pass. Martinelli's on a shooting team.
Okay. Next fixture: Wolves versus Aston Villa, the Midlands derby.
It's gonna be a draw in it. It's got draw written all over it. 2-2. 2-2 written all over it.
Man United, Leicester. Man United need to win.
If Man United can't beat Leicester, then God help us all, mate. God help us all. At Old Trafford as well. I saw you lot. Wait, you lot have you have the record for you've not last season and this season you've not lost that many away. You've lost mostly at home, right? Man United
at home.
I think he was unbeaten. I think he was unbeaten last season away. I think.
Yeah, they've got the overall record.
Yeah, we had the away record until we lost that. I can't remember who beat us. Was it West Ham or something? Took away the record for away wins, and then but at home it's been poor. Too many points dropped at home.
I mean, Oli wasn't doing that bad if you've done the whole season away, not losing.
Yeah, but it was the fact that we were coming back. That's the problem. It could only last for so long then, and now it's been shown. So
why is Michael smiling, babe? Like, I'm confused.
No, because of what Nana was saying, didn't it? The fact that they're always coming back, which is true. Like sometimes you have to dominate games, didn't it? You can't just always be on the what you call it, on the losing like 1-0 or whatever, and then you come back 2-1. You can't run, man.
Yeah, and now we seem to have the opposite problem where we start well and then second half it seems like we're tired and I don't know what's going on.
I always believe Oli was in that job for too long, man. I think he did an okay job, but he was just there for too long. West Ham, Everton. This has got to be a battering for Everton.
I don't know. Could be. Yarmolenko's the story's been written for him these days. So
that's true.
I like it. Though. It's good to see him. I like him. I like left footers. I'm a fan of left footers. I think he's one of them good left footed players. Obviously, Jared Bowen's out, so Antonio's not on form. They got like Lanzini and Fornals, but again, those are players that are like you'll get 6-7 games out of them out of the season, and then the rest of them they don't really turn up. So, but I think West Ham should win that.
Mikel right back Antonio. He's gonna hurt Everton, bro. He's gonna hurt Everton.
That's the thing with Moyes. He always plays the same team, innit? He doesn't really rotate that much.
Why do you need to? Listen, you play your best team. Forget this rotation stuff.
Yeah, but sometimes people dip. Like the times when Antonio wasn't scoring, he's still not scoring now. Like sometimes just take him out and put someone else in.
So let me ask you a question. If in your workplace you dip, do they replace you or you keep doing your job?
I'm not in sport.
Well, it's their career. It's nothing to do with sport. That's their career. If you're if you're my right back, I should drop you because you don't want to run enough, mate. Carry on doing your job.
That's a bad analogy. I don't think sport works the same way, but
it should be.
But I hear what you're saying.
You can play yourself out of poor form into good form. Just because you're on the bench doesn't mean you're going to improve. It means you're going to lack match fitness the more and more you sit on the bench, and then you have to try and regain it.
But then, how would you get match fitness if you're not playing games?
Hey, well, if you're sub.
Because think about it. Even in Europa League, it's still playing Antonio. And I'm not saying that Antonio shouldn't play, but sometimes you just need to give the other player the chance to like play games, so that like when like Yarmolenko or even
Yarmolenko's not a striker.
They got Vlasic, but he's not really.
Yeah, even Vlasic. They paid 30 mil for him, and they're not even playing him.
Yeah, but he's not a
striker. They've got
no
other strikers then.
That's what I'm saying. So, what are you talking? It's like Tottenham dropping Kane because he had a dip of form. No, you keep on playing him till he regains his form. Like, what are we talking about here? You know, Chelsea can afford to drop Lukaku because that's not the style that their manager wants to play. Yeah. But it's like Man United dropping Ronaldo. You know, everyone was in uproar, like, "Oh my God, how can you drop him?" And then he came back and banged the hat trick.
All right. Spurs Newcastle.
Ooh, this one is sauce.
I want to say
Spurs at home.
Yeah,
I want to say Yeah, I want to say Tottenham, but I don't know. Newcastle are looking very, very good.
Yeah. Without Trippier, I think they've lost a bit of that form that they were in without Trippier. Obviously, Sam Maximin's coming back from injury as well.
So you think their right back is a reason why they've lost form?
No, because obviously, he was an attacking threat for them.
Yeah,
he was on set
he was.
pieces, he was gripping balls. He was part of that form that they were in. When you lose a player like that, obviously, it influences the team.
That's true.
Lynch not really doing nothing until now. You know what I mean? So.
I'm gonna go and say Newcastle's gonna beat them 2-1.
Okay. I think Newcastle might nick it as well,
Man of the match, Bruno Guimaraes, whatever his name is. Guimaraes.
We don't talk about Bruno.
Is that the song?
And Canto, innit? All right. Palace, Arsenal.
Oh, tricky game.
Crystal Palace at home.
I see Palace getting a draw, but I think Arsenal, in the form they were in before the incident, it depends who comes back, because how people come back. It's a Monday night football, so maybe you might have that extra day to recover. If Arsenal have the form that they had before the international, they're beating Palace 3-0. But in saying that, it's a London derby. Palace are going to be out for it. They're going to be like, they should have beat us at the Emirates. They were very unlucky to not beat us. I
don't know what sort of injury Saka got, because he missed the internationals. Will he be back?
COVID. He tested positive for COVID.
Oh, it's COVID. Oh, okay.
But he should be back in it because he's isolated, and as long as he shows a negative. But again, I don't see. We'll see. We'll see. Also, I think Arsenal will win, but it depends obviously how Palace turn up on the day.
Cool. All right. So I think last week, Man United started their interview process for their new manager. So Nana, Erik ten Hag, he got interviewed. Is he the right man for Man United? What do you know about Erik ten Hag?
I don't know much. Apart from he's helped rebuild, I think, to the last two Ajax teams. Obviously, with the sales of Ziyech and a few other players that have, shown, but then Ajax are used to that. That's what they do. They produce talents, and it gets sold from the days of Luis Suarez and Cole, Ibrahimovic. It's been happening. Again, it's a different league. It's the Dutch league. So what you can compare it to the Premier League is a very different two kettle of fish right there. Yeah. So is he the right man? He'll be the right man if he comes in and he actually does what, Klopp did, what Pep did. They saw that certain players weren't good enough and they got rid of them. This whole idea of we keep keeping players like Phil Jones, Juan Mata, Matic, players need to be sold. And I think the rebuild actually needs to happen rather than paving over cracks. So as long as he can come in, put his philosophy and his ideas in place and get rid of actual players that need to go, then he might be the right man. But right now, I don't know. He can come and he can try. Is someone different?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, what you're saying is true. Like, whoever comes in has to be bold. And if that's him, you can't be like just keeping the same players. Like, you have to like start again, start from scratch.
Yeah, I think Ragnick wanted to do that, but I think he probably saw it was a dire situation and he couldn't really afford it. Even to let Lingard go last minute, they pulled him back and said, "Nah, we want you to stay." But it's like he's not even getting game time, so it shows,
That's the thing. Like, I think only Arteta's sort of been brave enough to just say, fuck this, I'm just gonna play the kids. But I think it's easy because obviously you guys you weren't in Europe, innit? So you can kind of like just think, I'll just play these youngsters and then obviously build from there. Where maybe like Man United, were still in Champions League when Man United came. So it's like, he kind of like there was high expectation where he had to make sure that he does well, get Champions League, etc.
Yeah.
But we forget, like, Arteta had no, like, the sky was his limit, really, because he had not done anything for you to hold him in comparison. All these new managers that Man United I've been talking about Man United's role, they're comparing them to their current or previous managerial history. I believe Ten Hag, that's how you say his name, will be the wrong option. I mean, I would love Man United to get him because I don't think he's going to be suitable for Man United. But if I was a Man United fan, I'll be very surprised that, again, they're looking outside the Premier League. There's a reason why you should go for a manager in the Premier League, because they're seasoned. They understand what it takes to win games. Someone like Ten Hag, I see Russell Houghton, the Southampton manager, being the Ajax manager and doing what Ten Hag is doing at Ajax. Ajax is the biggest club in Holland. PSG is the biggest club in France. What do you expect managers to do with them? Do you know what I mean? Like, there's not much they can do. They can go wrong. Yes, you come out of the Champions League earlier than they expected. You might not win the cup match, your cup games, but you win your league.
Yeah.
To me, that's good enough. But sometimes you just gotta go with somebody that knows the league. Because this Ten Hag is going to come to the league expecting to enforce his Ajax philosophy, which is going to be a flop, because if Ajax was put in the Premier League, they will not be finishing top 5 or even top 10 with the team that they have. I don't believe anyway. So I think Man United, go for it. You know what I mean? Whatever makes you look happy. But I'd rather go for someone that's in the Premier League doing very well with a basic team, and they can come in, with a bigger club, bigger budget, and then, try and improve.
But does that not say then what Ralph did coming into the Premier League, had it not been seasoned, and managed to do what he did at Southampton?
But he came into a smaller club, and then he's learned the league. Ten Hag is coming to the biggest club in the Premier League, arguably, and you're expecting miracles.
Not miracles, but we're expecting an actual rebuild and a different structure and a way of working. That's what we're working towards now. So it's not like come in, win the league, sign these players. It's more about, okay, let's build properly now. Let's get a structure in place. And that's the whole thing with, Ranić coming in and then going upstairs and then getting a manager that he can work with his ideals, and there's a proper structure in place. So I think that's what we're heading for, and that's what we're looking at now. It's not like the Mourinho come in and instant success, or when it was with Van Gaal. So I think we're looking in a different direction, but let's see what he can do if he is the person. Otherwise, it seems like, I'm not sure Luis Enrique will, I don't know where that name came from, all Lopetegui, but it seems like Poch is still in there.
Yeah.
And the thing about Poch is, I don't know, I feel like he's reaching that Mourinho stage where his magic is going. He's losing himself as that sort of manager that was hungry and had that motivation. So that one could be a bit dangerous as well. Could be another Mourinho situation.
See, I don't know if he ever had the magic though.
You don't think so? To go to Southampton and then do what he did at Spurs.
He had a good team. Yeah,
I was going to say, I just feel like he did well, but I don't think he had the magic.
No, obviously, but to have done what he done, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What did he do? What did he win? Because the whole point.
But are we talking about winning, or are we talking about an improvement within a team and building a squad?
Anyone can improve a squad. So right now, West Ham is better than Man United, right? Arguably. So then you lot should take back David Moyes, because look what he's done with West Ham. That's what I'm saying. Like, what are you talking about? What has he won?
What I'm saying is, what David Moyes is doing with West Ham is the equivalent of what he did with Everton. So he's not really gone up any levels.
So it's not really it's not magic then.
So David Moyes, you can't really say is that comparison, because he's not doing anything that he hasn't done previously.
Of course you can. David Moyes is probably doing better with West Ham than what Poch did with Tottenham, because Poch had world-class players. Moyes is...
Yeah, but he got to a Champions League final and he did have a season where he competed for a title. Moyes
is taking West Ham United from relegation struggling team to Euro, the Europa League.
West Ham was really struggling for relegation, though, let's be honest.
When he took over.
No, sorry, not last season. The season before. The season before, they were struggling.
When he took over.
Where did they finish?
Last season?
15th or something.
That season before that.
Like 15th or something like that.
Yeah, so 15th to what? Finishing 8th. Where did they finish last season?
Not 8th.
6th
or 5th. Or 5th
or 6th. Yeah, 5th or 6th. Because they got into the Europa League through the league.
5th or 6th.
Yeah.
But most of the time, when you look at the league, it's about a 20-point stretch between Europa League and that middle table. Hence the reason why you've got Wolves and all these other teams rotating each other if they win and all of that. It's a close race, but I hear what you're saying. I'm not discrediting what he's done, but I'm saying is what he's done with Everton and now what he's doing with West Ham is a similar comparison. I understand West Ham might be a smaller team to Everton historically in terms of what they've done, but if you look at the quality of players he's got at West Ham compared to the days where he had at Everton, realistically, you know what I mean? He should be doing what he's doing.
But I think the reason why you might think that Poch is losing his magic, as you say, because maybe the PSG job is too big for him. Maybe he's the kind of manager where he needs to be at a smaller club.
I don't think he had any magic. I don't know why you're talking about magic.
No, I'm using Nanda's words.
Right, I
don't think he had that magic either.
Cool, not magic, but he's done well to have gone Southampton and still leveled up after Southampton.
Yeah,
where he had the squad of Dele Alli, Kane, Eriksen. He had them playing well. I think he had
you're talking about ex-world class players.
But again,
barring Dele Alli,
world class players at PSG, and we're seeing what's happening. So again, at least you work with what you've got, and you still try to improve them. I understand there's bigger egos at PSG, but again, you still got to be able to handle it because you're coming to Man United, and if you do come to Man United, you've got that pressure on you. So there has to be some form of continuity there.
Okay.
If I was you, I would just go for David Moyes, mate. Tell you.
They would never do that. They would never do that. All right, who's the best midfielder out of these two players? Yuri Tillemans or Ruben Neves?
Who's a better midfielder? Obviously Neves, isn't it? It's a no-brainer.
You think Neves as well now?
Well, Eddie said Neves.
He said Neves, yeah.
I was going to say Yuri, I like a player that can get on the ball and drive, arrive in the box. I feel Yuri's got a few more attributes in his game that Neves hasn't really got.
Yeah.
I always like a player that can have that attacking threat as well. And I don't feel Neves is that much of an attacking threat. Unless maybe it's like a set piece he's taking.
Yeah. I'm with you. I'd say Yuri Tillemans, but I think Neves is more consistent. I think he puts in better performances.
Neither player can run past, neither player dribble with the ball. When it comes to passing, Neves is way better than Tillemans. Shooting, Neves is way better than Tillemans. The only thing Tillemans might have, and we don't know if Ruben Neves has, is maybe his agility. But in the Wolves team, he's not given that role to play that position because you got Den Donker that does that, or whoever, or Padenks, or Moutinho. So it depends what system. But we're talking about sheer ability. Come on, man. Let's be real, bro.
You think Neves?
Let's be real, bro. Let's be real.
But I just think Neves puts in consistent performances. Like when you see him,
this is a better player.
Come on, man. There's better players out there that still don't put in like consistent performances. That doesn't mean nothing.
Then they're not good players. If you don't, because I'm Roy Keane. I believe in Roy Keane. You're on the football pitch to do your job. Do your job. You don't do your job. You can't consider yourself as a good player.
You're not going to use the office analogy for this one, no? Okay, all right. One other question for you guys, yeah. So obviously there's been links that Arsenal are willing to like sign Rashford as their striker. So Eddie, as an Arsenal fan, who would you rather have, Rashford or Martial, if they were both available? Which I think they are. We take both.
I'll take both, but if I had to take one, because of Arteta, I'll take Rashford.
Swear.
I don't think Rashford is broken like Martial is. I think Man United have literally broken Martial. Literally.
See, I think the opposite, I think Rashford's more broken.
Nah, Rashford's having a moment where he was meant to be the main man. Ronaldo's coming, so he's soaking.
But isn't that even worse? Because that's his boyhood club. He came through the ranks. Yeah, Martial don't give a fuck. He could just go abroad and make it again.
Yeah, but Martial, to me, his potential, he never got trained properly. Rashford has still got an opportunity. And I've always said Rashford is like a B-Tech Thierry Henry. So I see Arteta would know how to utilize his skill set.
Yeah.
But with Martial, I don't know. I think he's damaged, man. I think he's damaged goods. personally.
I'd argue you could make more of an Henry out of Martial than you could Rashford.
Nah.
Because Martial's got that link-up play ability, whereas Rashford doesn't. And Arsenal like
Rashford
to
does.
do that 1-2, knock it about, make a run, move like what's similar to what Lacazette's doing for the team now.
Yeah,
and then you get Smith Rowe and Saka.
It's true. Rashford ain't got that.
Where Rashford,
It's not just because you haven't seen it, don't mean he ain't got it. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm telling you now, if Rashford was under a different manager, you'll always see something different. Believe me. Because I remember when people were like, Sterling can't play the Man City way. He learned, some people said it, that he learned the Pep way. Pep made him learn. Arteta will make Rashford learn. And I think the issue with Rashford is he's in the team, he's out of the team. He's in the team, he's out of the team. He's getting injured, he's not getting injured. He's getting rushed back. Now, it's a defining moment for him in his career. That's why he wants that move. Either he moves to a club who's going to focus on him, or he stays at Man United and they build a team around him.
Okay. So now you're saying Martial, Eddie, you're saying Rashford.
Yeah,
I've said Rashford.
I don't think Rashford can learn anything new, to be honest. His game is his game, man. I'd love to be proved wrong, but an Arsenal team wouldn't see him. I just think they would find problems with him that he couldn't fit in, really.
Okay, so flipping the question to you, Nana, is Rashford finished at Man United, or has he still got a chance?
I see Jesse Lingard. I see Oxlade-Chamberlain. I see Alex Iwobi. That's what I see for his future if he stays at Man United. Those sort of players that they were youngsters for their clubs, had expectations they were going to become something, but just didn't quite work, and then they end up moving, or even Theo Walcott as well, or even moving to another club, and then
Dele Alli.
It just dies down for them. So I think he might have a chance if he gets out now, rather than just sort of stay a bit too long like some of the other players did, and then it just don't really go nowhere. But I think his days are done. Yeah,
he needs to do like a Tammy Abraham and just go abroad.
Yeah, I think he's killing it in Roma.
Yeah, that's always the best way, If things are not going well in your home country,
even Germany, I think Dortmund, he could go there. Do you know what I mean?
It's true.
Like, don't not go into another league and just picking yourself up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Aubameyang now, he can't stop scoring.
It's so true.
It's mad.
Like, going back to Tammy Abraham, like he's like an icon now in Roma. Because he's banging in goals.
2 goals in the was it the derby?
Yeah, he's smashing it. I'm happy for him, man. But yeah, obviously it was international week this week, so obviously the World Cup qualifiers are wrapping up. I think it's just a few spots left, mainly I think from the South America and the American countries, the North American countries. But yeah, obviously Ghana made it to the World Cup. We in the Jollof Derby, we beat our fierce rivals.
It's mad.
Nigeria.
You know the commentator actually said it.
I know.
It's crazy.
Mad. It's so mad. But yeah,
big up to the Ghana team that did a job. They did an Italian job, bruv. Went out there, did what they had to do. That was never a penalty, but we move.
I think they had to, man. They had to do a job after the poor Nations Cup we had.
Bruv, we ain't won the nation since '82, bro. What do you expect? But I know against Nigeria, we always get the best out of it. We get the better of them. So I was never, because I had people telling me, "Oh, what are you talking about? Look at our strike force." I said, "I don't care about your strike force. I go by history."
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's true. But they should have done better, though. To be honest,
Who?
Nigeria.
Oh, how can you do better if your history shows you that you can't be a nation?
Yeah, but in terms of the present, they've got a better attack, personally.
Yeah, of course. We can all sit here and say they probably got the better attack in midfield. But nothing beats, determination and passion.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? I'm not saying they're not passionate, but you saw how they got. I mean, Amati's not really a centre back, but he played that position very well. Do you know what I mean? Like, so some of the Ghana players are not even in the top leagues.
Yeah.
But they held their own against, people like Osherman, Dennis, Lukman, all of that. So I want to see if people like Nketiah, Hudson-Odoi, if they change their nationality to try and play in the World Cup for Ghana. I want to see if
that's what one of my boys was saying.
This motivates them to.
But Hudson-Odoi, I thought he was in the process.
Well, we don't know, innit? He's your Chelsea boy, man. You should talk to him and find out, bro.
He should have. Go on.
Can't we snatch up Nketiah though? I'm sure we can go to him, and because he ain't played any he ain't played any friendly games for England, so we can technically go to him and say to him.
The thing is, we should, but I know he's quite prominent for under 21, so I don't know if he's thinking
he don't play under 21s no more.
Oh, does he not play for them no more?
No, I think he's 22 now. He can't. So things playing in it. Balogun.
Oh yeah, we should snap him up, man.
Yeah, I mean, if Laporte did it, do you know what I mean? He wanted it enough. He got it done. So I'm sure if Nketiah wants it enough, you know what I mean, he can get it done.
If he's smart.
Tarek Lamptey.
All these Ghanaian strikers, if they're smart, they should be playing for Ghana because they know Ghana ain't got no strikers. So they should be like, you know what, I'm going to take this opportunity and represent my country of heritage and become the main man.
And also, obviously, Algeria is not going to the World Cup. Egypt's not going to the World Cup. Ivory Coast. See, I think they need to increase this African entry number of countries that can go to the World Cup because
how many we've got? 4?
5.
Don't you think that's a lot though, considering?
Bro, Africa's the biggest continent, in terms of
52 countries.
Yeah, I know.
5 in the World Cup.
The quality of teams, how's Tunisia making it? The second World Cup in a row. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they're not bad. They're not a bad team.
Yeah, Tunisia. But then I'm saying if they can do it compared to teams like Ivory Coast, Nigeria, Senegal, Egypt, who are meant to be better than them, then it kind of shows something.
Yeah, but you're playing it. Okay, so think about it this way. Imagine Europe was the same and Portugal had to play Germany to qualify. And, England had to play Spain to qualify and France had to play Holland to qualify. Because Ghana versus Nigeria, them two countries should be in the World Cup. Yeah. Egypt versus Senegal, them two countries should be in the World Cup. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So them 4 countries, Algeria and Ivory Coast, I think they should have, obviously they should qualify in the sense of they're in different groups, but more time, these top teams are in the same group, so they can't qualify, they have to go to the playoffs. Then in the playoffs, you tend to play a team that's probably on your level as well.
So essentially add another entry into the World Cup and then increase the groups for the qualifying. So that obviously the big teams don't really face each other when it comes to the playoffs.
Yeah, because I think now more teams are coming through like the Comoros team and that. So that's going to increase the entries of obviously group qualification, but that does not mean FIFA is going to increase the entry for African teams.
Yeah.
Well, they're increasing the number. I don't know if it's confirmed yet, but
no, they have. It's 32.
It's going to be 40-something teams in the group stages.
Wow.
What, this World Cup?
No, 30. I think the one that's in Canada and Mexico is going to have a lot more teams basically in the overall tournament. Is what they were discussing.
Okay.
So it's in the discussion. It could be in the pipeline. So it could be a World Cup because I think the main 32 teams, isn't it?
32,
yeah.
Apparently, yeah. So they're looking to increase it to 40, 42 or something.
Hopefully Africa gets 3 more spots.
So who do you think will be the top performing African team at the World Cup? So you've got Senegal, Ghana, Morocco, Cameroon, and Tunisia.
Yeah. Obviously Senegal, isn't it? It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer.
Idrissa Gueye and Co.
Cameroon might do a thing.
They can't keep getting to penalties though, man. They need to start banging in goals, man.
I think they could win it. I think with the team that they have, and I think they'll get other players wanting to play for them now because there might be Senegalese players in France thinking, hold on, they're in the World Cup, let me go play for them.
They must have a big pool of players to choose from.
I think they do. They do.
There was a post the other day about Koulibaly saying obviously more people should choose where their actual, heritage are from rather than these European countries.
Oh yeah, I posted that.
Yeah, but I don't think he done that by choice. I think at the time France was not picking him and then he went to play for Senegal. I don't think he said, from the beginning, I'm going to play for Senegal. I don't think he did that.
I think he kind of did. I think it's one of them ones. I think in his head he wanted to pick Senegal if France didn't pick him. Like I think one of those ones is like, okay, I want to, but then if obviously France come calling, then he's got to go for France. Because I mean, he was saying that he wanted to like make his parents proud, didn't it? By representing Senegal.
Because to be fair, that Senegal team is amazing, bro. Like Mendy in goals, you know, even what's his name? Diallo. He plays for PSG, bro. Like these are big teams.
Yeah.
You know, like their centre mids are all known. They're Mane, their striker. Who's their striker? Oh, what's his name? He's known in I think the French league. So they've got a few good players. Ghana, obviously, we've got up and coming talent, but we need 3 or 4
they're all
players.
lower division leagues.
You know, Abdoulaye Doucouré is playing for Mali.
Is he?
Yeah, he played in is it the qualifier or the friendly or whatever fixture they had?
They're qualified.
So,
Has he had French caps though?
No.
I don't know. I don't think so. Not full internationals. Maybe under 21.
Okay, friendlies. Probably friendly, yeah.
Yeah, but even if you have a full international, you can still change allegiance. Like they've changed it, innit?
Yeah.
So
yeah. So what? Is Italy finished? This is the second World Cup they haven't been to.
To be fair,
they're finished. I think they're like I think them, Holland, Portugal, England, and Germany have got another generation coming through. I think they've got another 8 to 10 years of players coming through that they can sort of build with or play with and qualify for tournaments. I think their striking department's the problem, where they haven't got. I think they look at like Immobile's at the end now. Locatelli's not really there, and then before that it was the likes of Gilardino, Luca Toni. So I think they need another. Well, obviously Balotelli, I'm not sure what he's doing, but they need another young striker or two coming through to help the national team. I think that's what they're missing at the moment, because midfield wise and defensive wise, they're solid there and they've got cover. But I think it's that striking role where they haven't really got the options, and it proved dividends against Macedonia.
yeah, they're not finished, man. Just because you lost to Macedonia, I mean you're finished. They were just unlucky. They had many chances to score. The ball just wasn't going in the back of the net. And I think Chiesa is a big miss for them as well. And like now, he's out for this. He's out for the season. And then they still ain't got Spinazzola back. So do you know what I mean? They've got a few players.
He's back, you know.
Did he play?
Yeah, he played. No, not for Italy, but he's back for Roma.
Oh, yeah.
I think he started in the Rome derby. So
yeah, so they got to have him back. And then a striker like Immobile, I don't think he should be touching pitch anymore. I think they got Zinola. Is it Zinola or
Zaniolo?
The Roma guy. He should be playing up top, I think, for them. It's a fresh leg. And then what's his name? Belletti. Or Belletto, whatever his name is.
How old is he? But he's like in his late 20s.
He's old, isn't he?
But he scores them tap-ins. You know what I mean? Them Inzaghi goals. You know, because I think there was an argument. They said that Zinola should have played instead of Immobile, because Immobile was missing some crazy chances, man.
Yeah.
So
Barelli as well. He was just shooting.
Barelli, yeah.
It's true. Yeah, they ain't really got like a big pool of players to choose from, really.
They do, but it's just they stick to like you said, they stick to their best 11. They're not trying to, they'll play like 80 minutes with their best 11 and then try and make subs.
I feel like teams like Spain, Holland, like what you're saying, like they always seem to have youngers. It's like they just constantly produce. There's always like an 18, 19-year-old who's like super sick that can just get into the first team straight away. No like bedding in process.
Yeah. Where's that Dortmund guy? Is it Sadu or something like that?
Daoud.
He's like a youngster, but he's cold. His name's like Sodu or something like that. He's one of the youngsters coming through with the other guy.
What country?
I'm not sure if he's like Iranian or where he's from.
Oh, you're talking about Daoud. Is it Daoud?
Daoud, yeah. Where's he from?
Oh,
is he not Canadian or something?
Is he Canadian? Because I know Canada's made the World Cup for the first time, isn't it?
I don't think he's Canadian.
No, but yeah, I think he's Middle Eastern or somewhere, but he's
I think
another
that
goal
would,
driver.
yeah.
So some of
Claudio
these smaller
Reyna's
nations,
meant to be good as well.
yeah, some of these smaller nations, Iran and all of that, they'll be at the World Cup. They'll do a little thing.
Oh, he's German. Mahmoud
Is he
Dawood.
German?
Yeah.
Is he born though? Is he like
Wait, he's not a youngster,
heritage
you know.
somewhere else?
He's 26.
He's 26.
Yeah.
Still relatively young. He's
I,
only
I,
2 years older than Rashford. I would.
Man.
No, but yeah, man, those teams they got. I don't know. I think Italy will come back. It was one of them games where 90 minutes again. You got to be on point with the amount of players they got. Those players had to be shooting on target and doing their thing.
True.
It would have been an interesting game, Portugal against Italy, but
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, that's the end of the episode. Yeah, it's been great. It's been good. Any final thoughts, guys?
I think we missed one 6-pointer. I think we missed one 6-pointer. Burnley versus Everton. It's a Wednesday kickoff.
Oh yes.
Double game week.
okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, that is a 6-pointer.
Whoever wins that game is staying up. Let's just put it that way. And it's at Burnley.
Yeah, I think Burnley's going to win. Everton on their way is yeah.
Cold wet night in Burnley.
What was it 5-0 against Tottenham?
Yeah. 5-0, yeah.
Yeah, like Harry Kane with 3 assists.
Cool. All right. Well, I guess we'll see you on the next episode. Please like, share, and subscribe. Peace.
Follow.
Cool.
All right.
Peace, guys.
Peace out.
Enjoy.